Hello? Yeah, Ruchira.
Hi,
Hi.
Dolly.
Hi,
Hi.
Dolly.
Hi. Hi.
Dolly, share
Nice.
with us.
Okay. So I had put a question that uh, I literally go out of my way to help if somebody needs me. And my closest of friends and family, I cannot trust them to help me when I am in need. They just back off. My immediate family, my very good friends, I don't know why this happens with me. So I always have this feeling of fear that I cannot move ahead, or I cannot, when I don't know who to call, or if I'm in real need. Maybe it may be just somebody to vent out, or if I need any assistance or anything, I just don't know who to approach. I just go close, I just close myself because of that.
So when did you, Dolly, first decide that nobody will help you?
It's over the years I have been facing these issues.
No, when was the first time that you felt that? When was the first time? How old were you?
Like even as a kid, I remember I was always. I mean, I we are only two sisters actually. I have an elder sister and me, but we were always compared where looks were concerned, where the needs were concerned. It was always she was given a priority, and like I was always the secondary, although I was the youngest, second and the youngest. But I don't know whether it was my mother was expecting a son or what it was. I don't know, but that has
Yeah.
stayed with me. That has stayed with me all these years, and
So,
I do feel like I have never. I mean, I have always tried to please everybody, but when it comes to me, I really can't expect anybody to do that.
so when your parents and everybody functioned the way they functioned, you came to believe that you are second, that you don't matter, right?
Yeah, but probably as a kid, I did not understand it. But
Yeah.
if I
But,
think back now, I feel yes,
yeah,
it has been
yeah,
happening.
yeah. And so now my point of view has to be validated, right?
Yeah.
So, two things are occurring here, Dolly.
Mm-hmm.
One, we become people pleasers
Right.
because we want everybody to like us.
Yes.
Precisely, right? We want everybody to say wonderful things to us, about us. And so we go out of our way to be there and do everything for everybody. I've been there, so I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, that people pleasing habit comes from the place that somewhere deep down I believe that I need to be validated, that I am not good enough. So I will do my best to do everything to prove to myself that I am worthy, I am lovable, I am likable, because deep down I believe I'm not. So as a result, then you make it even a more vicious cycle, because now you don't say no.
Yeah.
And when you don't say no, you are not valuing yourself. You are not honoring yourself. So your belief that you're secondary and you don't matter gets compounded with this action which says, I don't matter, you matter, you come first, I come second. So if that is the case where I don't matter and I am not a VIP in my life, nobody sees me as one and nobody treats me as one.
Yeah. But it's like right now, it has been playing a lot on my mind.
Yeah.
A lot.
So
A
would you
lot.
like to change that?
Of course, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
So are you willing to make yourself the most important person in your life?
Yes, I am willing to, but I mean, probably I am not being able to be as mean as I should be with certain people. I cannot bring myself to do that. Just for
Yeah,
the rest of
because being mean is
I don't know. It's not
wrong.
me. It's not
No.
wrong, but it's not me.
Okay,
Yeah.
sweetheart,
Yes.
sweetheart. We are infinite beings. And as an infinite being, there is nothing that you cannot be. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So while you are kind, you also have the capacity to be rude, to be mean, to be, if I may use the word here, to be a bitch, so to say, in their eyes.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, it is our unwillingness to be everything that keeps us functioning as a finite being.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So if you were being an infinite being, and if you were willing to be so-called mean in their eyes, from their
Mm-hmm.
point of view, but if in the bargain, if you were honoring you and valuing you, you would be able to create greater. So is that resistance to not, to not be that because I have a point of view about it or I have a wrongness about it, that keeps me from being everything. So now, to be a VIP, if it means being willing to say no, even if it, so to say, appears mean, then you are telling the universe, I am saying what I believe. I am doing what I believe. And then the universe turns around and says, oh, she is now done with being the second person in everyone's life or nobody in everybody's life. Now she is somebody. So now people will start treating you like that VIP, like that somebody. But it has to begin with you. And so you may not feel like saying no, but then by not saying no, is it taking you towards being treated well? Then go for it, if that's what you truly desire. But if you don't truly desire that and you're happy being playing second fiddle and not being treated well, you can continue to be a people pleaser. But if you really truly want to change this, then you've got to make it a habit to include yourself in the equation of life. You matter. In the bargain, you may lose some people, but so be it. Do you matter enough? That's the question I would ask you to look at. Do you truly matter enough? Are you the most precious person in your own life? And are you willing to treat yourself as that precious person? So if you treat yourself like a piece of rock, people will kick you around because they see a rock, because that's what you're being. Okay? But
Yeah.
if you are treating yourself like a diamond and you're being precious, see, the energy you be is what gets reflected, right? So if you're being that precious, valuable diamond, then everybody sees you like that and treats you like that. Trust me on this one. But you've got to inculcate that habit of including yourself in the equation of your life.
Yeah, but I mean, just if I could share, I did try about, this was in July, from July onwards, I did try to put my foot down on certain things which I was not liking, but it didn't matter. It didn't matter to the person I was trying to get back at. It's just like ignored. You're
So,
totally ignored. Yeah.
yeah, so we don't get back, because when you're getting back at people, you're operating from the judgment that they don't care.
No,
And
sorry,
if you,
sorry to cut
huh,
you in
huh,
between. Yeah. It was just that, okay, if it was like, I was trying to behave the same way as I was treated, like probably a furniture, part of piece of furniture, okay, and if I turned around and tried to do the same thing, it really did not matter. There was no effect. It just
no,
continued. It
yeah,
just
it
continued.
would, it would continue. So
Yeah.
when you were trying to treat them like a furniture, just the way they treat you,
Mm-hmm.
what is your underlying emotion or thought or feeling or point of view? That I am going to,
No, that no. I was for quite a few days. I was quite stern about it. That okay, now it's not affecting me because now I'm not pampering. I'm not pampering, going out of my way to pamper. So it's okay. Like when I was doing something, I was expecting to be acknowledged for it.
mm-hmm,
Okay, and now when I thought of, okay, okay, fine, I'm not going to do it. So maybe it did not really matter. Yeah, but deep within it did matter. It's like superficially, I thought I was okay. But yeah, if you tell me like within me, I still crave for it. I
Yeah.
still.
So, if you could truly have a reality that you would like, what would that be?
I would, of course, I would want to be appreciated, acknowledged at least. If
Okay.
at least
Okay.
acknowledged that I exist.
Okay. So, Dolly, may I ask you a question?
Yeah.
How many times in a day do you acknowledge you?
Me myself?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
How
Not
many
much.
times in a day do you compliment yourself?
Not really.
How many times in a day do you give gratitude for you?
Not really. Yeah. Not. No. I don't. I don't. And now with the lockdown, so we are really taking ourselves for granted. We don't get ready. We don't, try to look good. So it's like we are hardly looking at the mirror.
But even if you were not dressed in the best of, clothes and diamonds and all of that, there's still you.
Yeah.
Do you acknowledge you? Do you have gratitude for you? Do you give you compliments? How do you treat you?
I sincerely don't look
So,
at myself.
so
Yeah.
Dolly, this is where I would begin. Whether somebody acknowledges me or not does not matter. Whether somebody remembers that I exist does not matter. What matters is what I treat myself, how I treat myself. Okay? What do I do with me? So here's an exercise that you would do. And this is an exercise that we do in one of the calls of Up Your Game, which is focused on relationships. And relationship is not just relationship with others, it's also your own relationship with you. So your own relationship with you also gets reflected in relationship with others. So I would invite you, Dolly, to start with every day loving you,
Yeah.
acknowledging you, valuing you. Get the energy of that.
Yes. Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
And the gift that I am going to take you through, I said I would like to gift the whole group like, a meditative journey, so to say. And this is what we're going to be doing at that. But right now, I invite you to look at how beautiful you are, not just physically, sweetheart.
Yeah.
Okay? But look at how beautiful you are. You're a kind person. You are there for people. And you do many small things and big things to make lives comfortable and make people feel cherished and loved. So, how about acknowledging how beautiful you are? And how about treating yourself like that? And then, when you will start respecting you, honoring you, treasuring you, acknowledging you, it may not happen overnight, but over a period of time, that what you're being is what will start reflecting on the outside. And some people will still choose not to acknowledge you, and that's okay. But there'll be a lot of people who will show up in your life who will treasure you because you have decided to treasure yourself, sweetheart. So, will you
I
start doing this exercise every day? It may feel very superficial to begin with and very mechanical to begin with, but go with it and don't give up on it and do it for the next 2 months, 3 months, 5 months. Whether you come to this particular Up Your Game program or not, do this. Everybody, please do this. Acknowledge yourself every day. Pat your back, compliment yourself, treat yourself.
Yep. Yeah, I think I should do that more. Yeah.
Treat yourself as a treasure.
Yeah,
Treasure
like
you.
I just would like to share I do get compliments. I do get a lot of attention from people, like unwanted attention, yes. But I myself think, hey kya, like, what is it? I
Yeah.
just, yeah, I just shun it off, like, it's like that.
So when people are giving it to you, you don't want it.
Because they are
And
not the
then,
people who I want from. That's the issue.
Dolly, come to the program. Come to the program and unpack all of this.
Jan, are you seeing this, what it's creating for you?
Yeah.
See, we get all kinds of people in our life, and there'll be people who will shower you with a lot of things, and there'll be people who will not choose to because they're operating from a certain place. But when you're willing to not have a barrier and not have a judgment of how they are functioning, and you are choosing consciousness, which means you're willing to receive them just the way they are, then there's a space that gets created where a change can occur. But till you're operating from the point of view, they're like this, they're like this, they're like this, that's what you keep solidifying again and again with that thought, with that emotion, with that feeling. So it has to change. So you have to replace unconsciousness with consciousness. Healing is always a side effect of consciousness, whether it's healing your life, your relationships, your body, your money. So when we are judging somebody for the way they are functioning with us, we are solidifying that with that judgment. Judgment separates you from that person. So there are many tools like putting your barriers down, being in allowance, that you've got to start incorporating, but simultaneously and primarily, you need to start loving you and start receiving compliments from your own self and acknowledgement from your own self, and start treasuring you, sweetheart. Yeah. Only when you will believe that you're worthy of that love and that joy and that treasure and all of that, it'll come from everywhere.
Thank you so much, Dolly.
Definitely try. I will definitely try. Thanks, Smriti. Thanks.
Don't try. You will never do it, is what I'm saying.
I'll do it. Thanks so much, Smriti.
Thanks, Dolly.
So welcome.